y'all. It's Friday. I'm back in the building, baby. Got a couple of friends with me. Oh my goodness. Come on in. Y'all know what to do, damn shameless. Be sure to share the live. Be sure to give me some fire emojis. Let me know that you are up in the building. Baby, we are here. We are here. We are here. And we have an exciting show playing. Oh my goodness. I might get the feedback. I might get in this. You hear the feedback, Kendra?
Yeah.
I don't know what end it is. All right, we're going to end the live, but those on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. I was trying to simulcast on platforms, and the shit ain't working. I don't want the feedback. So I'm going to end my live on Instagram, but those that are on Instagram, come on over to
KiKi.
YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. All right, I'll see y'all. Wow, a lot. That was a lot. So y'all, come on, damn shamers. We are in the building. It's Friday. I know y'all had a long week. The week has been super long, but hey, we made it, right? We made it. We here. We up in this bitch, okay? And I got a panel of some hot people that I'm going to introduce to you all tonight. My special guest. Let's start with ladies first. This is Queen Kendra, okay? Queen Kendra is the host of Coffee with Kendra podcast. Y'all check her out. She's a dope female. She got a dope show, okay? She is a mother of two and hails from LA, okay? Sunny LA. She on that West Coast vibe. And one fun fact about Kendra is that she met Kendrick Lamar and didn't know who the fuck he was. Now that's that's a damn shame, okay?
That is a damn shame.
That is a damn shame. And let me tell y'all, all of this fun, sexiness, king that we have on the panel tonight, child, this is Mr. Dejuan. He hails from Virginia Beach. He is a father of three. He is the host of Grown Man Logic podcast. He's an author. He is getting ready to drop a spoken word album entitled Before They Kill Me. Y'all, follow this brother. He has it going on. Thank y'all both for joining me, the panel discussion tonight for Damn Shame Podcast. Y'all, what we sipping on? KiKi's concoction tonight is none other than Minecraft, okay? Minecraft, that's what we're going to call this. Because y'all, let's just face it. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're going to talk about some shit about our mental, okay? And how to protect it and the shit that we deal with on a regular basis. But before we go into that, but listen, tonight, right? As you all know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? And I have been in the last couple of weeks going through a lot of shit. Like, it's just been every time I turn around, one thing after the other. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when does this shit let up? And to the point where I felt like, I'm losing it. I don't know whether the hell I want a podcast anymore. I got just so much coming my way. And half the shit don't even really be all of my shit. The part that is really like mind-blowing sometimes, that sometimes we internalize shit that happens around us, not really directly us. But, because we're in the midst, we got to show our support and be the strong person, that go-to person. And I'm telling you, I really have felt overwhelmed. So I was like, I got to tap into this tonight. I got to hone in on, just how we can handle and cope through life. because life happen. You know what I mean? And I know that I like to be, raise awareness, build confidence, be authentic, fully transparent. That I know that if I'm feeling it, I'm not the only one. So thank y'all for coming on, being willing and brave to talk about some shit that just, we really need to shed light on as podcasters, using our platform to do such. You know what I mean? So for me, the first question is, anxiety is real, right? We go through life and shit happens and we, are anxious about, did I make the right decision? Should I go left? Maybe I should have went right. Maybe I shouldn't have deposited the money here and spent it over there. It's just like so much. And we begin to question ourselves and our decisions, and it creates anxiety. How, Kendra, do you deal with anxiety?
So I don't feel like I get a lot of anxiety, but I definitely do. And I think I think the older I get, the more I understand what's going on with me. The last time I felt like I was getting, I guess like when you just feel like everything is just coming up at you at once and you can't actually focus. The last time I did that, I literally turned on some yoga on YouTube. I just closed my door, turned on the yoga. And, she has her little music in the background. I just did some yoga for 15 minutes. And after the 15 minutes, I felt calm, I felt more calm. And then I could sit down and think about, okay, let me try to do one thing at a time. And I've noticed when I do yoga, I was on a good regimen at some point. I was doing yoga like 3 times a week. When I was doing yoga, it was helping me be more mentally stable. And when I slacked off, that's when I feel more overwhelmed. So now when if I feel like a trigger coming on, I'll just stop everything and just do some yoga.
How about you, Dejuan? Like, I know being a Black man living in today's time has created a lot of anxiety on so many levels. How do you cope with that? How do you deal with your levels of anxiety? How do you manage that?
So I'm actually really glad you asked that question, because I've recently come to like a healthy way to like expend that feeling. Up until I say like 6 months, almost a year ago, I used to be really good at compartmentalizing. Whereas like I would kind of just, because as a man, that's what's expected of you. It's kind of like you're a man, you can take it. You just deal with it. Here's what you got to do. So you'd have to kind of put it in a box, and if you had time to revisit it, you would. And if you didn't, then whatever. It's you just kind of hung on to it, and it kind of like festered. But now, writing, we're podcasting, being able to talk through like some stuff that's on my mind with like to the public, and sometimes talking about your feelings out loud like really, 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 really works, and it's really healthy because you can get feedback. Somebody can be like, "Hey, nah, you're tripping. You probably need to da 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 and the third," or they're like, "Nah, you're absolutely valid," and that kind of stuff. And you can kind of hear yourself say it, and that in itself is an acknowledgement of your feelings, which is the beginning of the healing process. So between like writing and podcasting, or yeah, like Kendra said, working out, are the healthiest avenues you have, really.
That's dope. That's dope. So, we all have children, we all have families and things that, we have to care for in our families. Certainly podcasting is a business, if maintained right. But, between family, work, businesses, side hustles, all of that, how do you keep from going insane? Either one of you.
You know what? Podcasting is a business, but it's also my outlet. And podcasting goes beyond you just sitting down talking and then throwing your stuff on the platforms, right? Especially for me, like I enjoy creating content, right? So for me, I spend a lot of time creating content just so that I can get away from my own mind. So like when you hit me up last night, yeah, I'm making content. I'm making content. This is almost every day. Dejuan knows. He's like, you're not asleep. I'm making content because I'm trying to lose myself in everything else that I have going on. And it's such an escape for me. Like I'm such a creative person. I'm always thinking of ideas, but I don't always have the time to do it. So I find myself up at night, just boom, 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 just getting out stuff to escape. But at the, like that's only a temporary escape, So once I go to sleep and I wake up, I'm back to my reality. So I honestly feel like it's something that I definitely am struggling to like create a balance to having a healthy mindset. It keeps me up too. So there's that too. So I can have to say like I'm in the process of finding that mental healthy space because I don't feel like I'm there now, honestly.
Yeah. How about you, Dawn?
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head when you were talking about balance. When it comes to like from going and saying like balance is like the absolute key. And I'm a life coach. I tell my clients this like all the time. It's kind of like, look, you need to find a regimen that works for you. So, and it's not necessarily having to by regimen. I don't necessarily mean do the same thing over and over again, right? So and Kendra will tell you, I'm up like 4:30, 3:30, 2:30, but like I take naps. You know what I mean? Like throughout the day, where like we'll be in the middle of a conversation, all of a sudden you won't hear from me at all because like I would have went to sleep. But when I wake up, it's like, all right, let's go. So like I know that when I wake up, my first priority is my household.
Yeah.
What needs to be done, right? And then okay, boom. All right, cool. Now I can go in and I can give somebody the gas on Instagram. Like, okay, grown man logic posted today is blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. All right, and then based off of that, okay, what do I have coming up this week? So like the balance has to be in your mental first before it can manifest itself outwardly, and just knowing and kind of planning out and blocking out what necessarily has to be done and what can wait. So like priorities goes a long way in not going insane.
Yeah. So for me, I used to like travel a lot. Like, okay, I'm just gonna stop everything. I'm gonna pick my shit up, put it on my back, and I'm leaving town. And people would say, well, you travel all the time and this and the other. When you come back, the shit gonna be there for you. And I'm like, yeah, but sometimes you just need to get away. And since the pandemic or the pandemic, it has been difficult to get away, right? And so, how have you all created your oasis to, kind of escape from the bullshit?
Oh Lord, this is something that I am aware that I need to do, but I suck at doing it. And I have the best parents in the world as far as it comes to like grandparents and babysitting. Like I don't even need to say nothing. I just pull up. They just run upstairs. I don't say nothing to nobody, right? But I don't do it enough. I don't utilize that option. Like I really need to drop my kids off and spend a day with myself, but I never do it. And I don't even have the answers why. I never do it. But that's something that I need to do because all I really need is to be alone with myself. Like being alone with your kids, that's different. Like you're working, So it's like I'm working and then I got my kids and then I have, my own things. And it's like, as long as I'm home with them, I have more on my plate. So I'm saying this again. I suck at doing this, and this is my reminder to do it. But I need to just drop my kids off at least once a week and spend some time with myself, like take a bubble bath, watch a Lifetime movie. Don't to put my phone, turn my phone off. Because my phone is a distraction too. Sometimes I'd be like, okay, well, I'll be in my room, leave me alone for an hour, but then I'm on my phone. So I'm not really escaping ever. And I need to actually take some time to like close everything off and just let Kendra chill, like, and not belong to anybody or have to show up for anybody mentally on social media or physically at all.
Yeah. How about you, Dawn? Like, how do you create this oasis?
We're doing it. Kind of like, I mean, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about being like a black man, right? Like it's kind of like we like I I'm new at creating an Oasis because for so long I didn't know one existed. So it's kind of like you wake up, okay, like you see somebody of another color walking down the street, they're probably going to cross the street. All right, cool. Here we go. Fuck. Here we go. You go to work, you're passed over promotions. Like we discussed something like prior to coming on air, right? And we both know how that goes. And then, you come home and you're expected to have a smile on your face and wrestle with your kids and play and jump on a trampoline, help the baby walk. So as a man, like you're very unaware that one exists. So like once you find out, you're like, oh, what is this sorcery you speak of? Like, and then I'm actually still in the process of discovering that there is one.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think you saying that you're talking about it here on, outlets like the podcast and, certainly if you get around your friends that, you need to create that because it's essential. So I hear the awareness in it, how we execute that'll be the second phase of it. That's what I'm hearing from both of you. Let me read you something. Make sure your worst enemy isn't living between your own ears. What does that resonate? How does that resonate with you all? Dejuan, I'll take you first.
That's dope. Who said that?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh,
I'm dope.
That's a bar.
That's Boris.
No,
I saw it on somebody's post, and I was like, "Yo, can I take this and use this tonight?" So
that's a bar. I think that truthfully speaking, you are the only enemy that you have. Like there's no best enemy, worst enemy where like there are people that you don't like and that you don't get along with for sure. But like when you look at like enemy in its natural state, you are your only enemy. And it's because like I think coming up, a lot of people aren't taught forgiveness of self. You're taught to show remorse, right? And show grace and show compassion for others, but like where like it's not driven into you to exercise that for yourself. So a lot of times in situations, people become the new buzzword toxic or what have you because they don't know how to forgive themselves. And you can't expect anybody else to, or nor can you exercise true like compassion and grace and all of this good stuff to create harmony on earth without forgiveness of self first. So in my opinion, not only is that a bar, but it's like 100% accurate. You are the only enemy that you have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna read it again. Make sure your worst enemy isn't living between your own ears.
That's dope.
How does it resonate with you, Kendra?
Man, that's deep for me because I feel like that's a story in my life. Like I'm a perfectionist by nature. So like doesn't matter what I do, I critique it and be like, well, I could have did this, or I should have said this to this person, and I should have been more nicer here. And, like I said, I'm aware that I need to take time for myself, but then I don't do it. Like I'm aware of all these things that I don't necessarily do for myself. And then I turn around and I tell my kids, look, you need to do this. You should do this and spend some time on this and spend some time on this. And I'm telling, I speak to my followers like my friends. Some of my followers slide in my DM and like, girl, what do you think about this? And I'm like, well, you should this. And it's like, well, I'm hurting myself by not taking my own advice. I'm hurting myself when I know better, but I don't do better. I'm hurting myself when I put myself last. So that whatever that is, that's the story of my life. Like that's put Kendra up under that.
Yeah. You definitely can add KiKi to the list on that one. I am my worst enemy. You know what I mean? And I can relate to you when you say I'm such a perfectionist. I am, my worst critic and all of that. I mean, on so many levels, even outside the podcast, just on so many levels. Like I always say I'm the firstborn. So, I'm the first in my family to go to college and graduate. I'm the first, and if I don't become the first at everything, I feel like I suck at everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when you said forgiveness of self, that really resonated with me because we do need to all forgive ourselves for the things that we allowed to happen to us, or the experiences that we had in the past that, we hold on to. We hold on to them. It's definitely a form of trauma, if you will. And we have to really kind of, forgive ourselves, learn how to give more self-care, and take out time for ourselves so that we can maintain our mental stability. Or else, we're going to be ending up in, I say, like, I got one banana pill, it's psych ward. You know what I mean? Because some days I feel like there's a jungle outside.
It's funny.
I'm going under.
It's funny that you say that, because like the qualities that you both describe about being perfectionists, right? Like there's nothing like wrong with like that, but the fine line, there's a fine line in too much and not enough, right? And like it's almost like a gray area, like the line's almost invisible when it comes to not enough critique versus too much critique. And like I think that you should be your own worst critic, and I think that you should hold yourself accountable for tasks and goals that you set up that you weren't necessarily able to like reach for whatever reason. But look at the context of the reason. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what happens in today's society. Too many people look at the end result and not the context of what happened. Like it could be forces outside of your control, and you shouldn't hold yourself accountable for that, right? And like perfectionist or not, you know what I'm saying? Like if something beyond your control happened and you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, that's not all on you. Yeah, you could have made a different move earlier, but that's not completely on you that it didn't happen. So just reassess.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm going to ask you this as a Black man. You said that you are a life coach as well, and I did not know that about you. So this is dope that you are here. God ordained that you are here. And that you said yes to coming on. But so often do we hear Black men say, I ain't going to therapy. I don't need that. I don't need nobody telling me about me. And, how somebody going to know? They don't know me. They're not going to tell me about who I am, what I can do. And no, I don't need that.
Yeah.
What do you say to a Black man who is so anti going to see a therapist? For what reason?
Simply get the fuck over yourself.
Get the fuck over yourself.
Simply. Because I think therapy, when it comes to like Black men, comes from the fact that at some point you're gonna have to be vulnerable, right? And there's a stigma out there about therapy that if you go, you're not able to deal with your own problems, and that somehow lessens you as a man, which is not true. Um, I see it, I hear it, all the time. And it's crazy because I can talk about my problems on the basketball court. I can talk about it in the gym. I can talk about it in the locker room or at the pool or at the bar or something with one of my boys, with somebody that's not qualified to give me the assistance and the tools that I need to get over this. But I can't go sit somewhere they have like practices in place where you don't have they can't share anything that you said in there. You don't even have to tell anybody that you go. So like at the end of the day, uh, your worst enemy is living between your ears, because you're already doing what you're going to do to a therapist. The only difference is the therapist has the tools to teach you and the tools and exercises to give you to help you get over whatever it is that you're dealing with. So the answer to your simply get the fuck over yourself. Get the help that you need.
Yeah, yeah. I think therapists are so important. I've never had a life coach, but I think that I'm headed in that direction as well. Um, I think that, anything that I can do to make myself better, especially as I navigate through this whole finding KiKi, finding her voice. Certainly, it has been very interesting. And so I know that there's so much greatness for all of us, right? But we got to position ourselves to be ready for it, to be ready to handle that. And so, even the damn shameless, y'all in the comments and all of that, I know that you can relate to this as well. That, we got to get out of our own heads and really, really just kind of take the time to say, you know what? It's all about me for this 1 hour or this half a day or whatever it is. That what can I do to kind of pour into me, whether it is getting a therapist, getting a life coach, or just simply closing the door saying, listen, turn the phone off. I need a minute.
Yeah.
I need a minute. So let me ask you this. What are some non-traditional ways to eliminate stress? Some people smoke weed. Some people, shop, travel. Can y'all give me some non-traditional ways that will help our communities, your followers, my followers, on how to eliminate stress?
Take a drive. Take a drive. Like and put on the music according to the mood that you're in, right? So it's crazy. Like there's an exercise that you can do where like if somebody makes you mad and it's another person of the same sex and it's something that somebody that you would probably like get into a fight with, yo, throw on some Kendrick Lamar or some old school Tupac and just go rap your shit out, man. Take a drive. And if by the time you get back to your house, if you're not feeling it, take another lap. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like Kendra was saying, like yoga is, practitioners like of yoga are like all about the chakra and the mental aspect of it. Yeah, it's a good stretch, it's a good workout. It'll show dude how strong that they're not by doing it. But yeah, yoga, yeah, retail therapy is always good. Start a podcast, write a book.
Podcast, write a book. Kendra, you have some?
Yeah, so as a weight loss coach, I actually recommend walking a lot of the time. So like a lot of my clients come in and say, well, I couldn't do this and I couldn't stick to the plan because I'm stressed out and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always telling them, just go for a walk. Like just go for a 15-minute walk. Put music on. And if you want to listen to music, or don't put music on, but just get a walk, step away from your scenario, whether it be work or home, step away and just take a walk and come back. And I've had some clients do that and they come back and say, you know what, when I do that, I do feel better. Like sometimes they'll tell me like at work, they'll eat and then take the 15-minute walk and come back and then they feel just so much more calmer. And I think people don't think about that because walks in general, they're underrated because people don't think you can lose weight from walking. People don't think that it's a stress reliever. It's actually a really good stress reliever. So I would say take a walk. And I had one more, but then I forgot. Take a walk. And
well, as you begin to think about it, here's what y'all are so PC with it and shit. I'm like, non-traditional ways of relieving stress is the fuck. Like,
you see why I was thinking that, KiKi. I didn't say that because
Wait, that's not traditional.
I swear I was thinking that.
That's not traditional. That's
What if
traditional.
you can't fuck though? Like, not like that, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, like, if you're not in a position where you have a person, you don't want to just like grab anybody. That's what I mean. So that's why I didn't say it. But when you said that, KiKi, initially, I was like, well, shit, fuck. Like, that used to be like my thing. But like,
I thought that, I mean, that you said non-traditional ways. That's traditional. Like, that's been happening.
That as a stress reliever, though.
Yeah. And if you don't have somebody, masturbate.
Oh, yeah, good point.
You know?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Masturbate. Like, yo, just get in your zone, handle your business. And then it's like, sometimes you just fall asleep afterwards and you wake up and you're ready to conquer the world.
Nah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Thank you for not leaving me.
Nah, I got you. I'm with you on that 100%.
What you think, weight loss coach, that I ain't know that you should have been fucking helping me? That's a damn shame too, but let's keep going.
No, so the other thing that I have is to dance. Just put music on and just dance. Like put your favorite song on, dance, do your thing for a minute. it'll release, it'll release some stress in you.
Yes.
It really puts you in a better mood, because when you think about dancing, you're gonna put something on that you can move your body to, and I think that's always a good stress reliever.
I definitely think that as well. How about this? Do you think that mental health, people with mental health issues, it's directly tied to the shit that we eat or the pollution in the air? Like, you think about our ancestors and our grandparents and great grandparents, they wasn't talking about, oh, I'm in so much stress. And, it was like they lived life easy. So where the fuck did all of this come from?
I have one way. Some of it is coming from social media. We're overly consumed in other people's business. We're overly consumed in every little thing. Like, I don't know. Let's say that the beaches out here are dirty. Like, like I'm concerned. Oh no, the world is getting messed up. Oh, the air that I'm breathing is so bad. Like, we are giving ourselves so many extra problems that don't necessarily direct us. They don't directly affect us. And then we already have our personal life, right? You got your personal life, you got your romantic life, you got your life with your family, your kids, you got your life at work, you got your business life. You have all these other aspects where you're going to get natural problems. And then we log onto the internet and consume other people's problems. Yes. And they didn't have that back then.
They totally didn't have that back then. Dejuan, what do you think about that? Like, back in the day, you didn't hear. I don't know. Life was just so easy and simple. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, but
did they cope better? Than we did?
Because they legit had like less problems though. Like, back in the day. I mean, you if you're talking like 60s or whatever, right? It's kind of just like, hey, your biggest stressor was like you can't vote or use the white people's water fountain, right? Versus now, like, but seriously, like, but now you have to be competitive. You know what I mean? The world's a lot more competitive than it is now. So like, and we're also having children younger, so we're not necessarily nurtured to the best of our abilities. There's no more big mamas. There's no more great grandmas. You know what I mean? Like, your great grandma is like 40. You know what I mean? Your mom and your grandma and your great grandma were all in the club at the same time. And they left you with your auntie. You know what I'm saying? Who's like 15. Like, and so there's a loss of a sense of direction. Our ancestors were able to do it because it wasn't like a capitalistic society. Like, it was kind of straightforward. Hey, look, you got goods, I got goods, we're gonna trade. That simple. But now, you got world powers, threats and nuclear wars, and you got to be competitive with China and Russia. And where do I fall? And do I have to go to college? Why is it so fucking expensive? Am I going to get a job to pay off these loans? How come the people that was rioting up in Baltimore didn't burn down Sally Mae? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I legit wanted to take my Mercedes and leave it over there and like, yo, burn this shit up. Like, I didn't think that it would be on camera, me leaving this shit. Like, yo, just set this bitch ablaze. So,
like,
right.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, I mean, if you take that instance though, right? When it burned, like, it goes to show you how like fucked up our priorities are, right? Because they were in like a 3 or 4 block radius, right? But like, what's the objective? Why come you didn't burn down Sally Mae, right? You could have forgiven everybody's student fucking debts. You know what I'm saying? And that in itself is a stress reliever, right? Like, our priorities. There's no sense of direction anymore. And I think that's the major contribution.
Yeah. What do you tell the young ones, like, that are in their 20s, that are just trying to find their way? Like, what do you tell them with, not getting caught up in the hype of like social media and what you see, and protecting your mental? Your children are older, right? You have teens, right?
Yeah, I do. So I'm really so like I kind of like with my kids, I kind of like let them be, like I let them be who they want to be, and I don't like push certain things on them. I like to let them gravitate to what it is that they like. Now my son, he don't want no parts of social media. He 13. He could give a flying fuck about nobody. So he's not on social media. He do his own thing. So he's not even consumed what other people are doing. You know, like he hears what people are doing through me and Kendra, my daughter. Like we talk about, he doesn't know. My daughter, on the other hand, she does like social media. So I've been telling her since she was a kid, like when this is my thing. So like, you know, the Disney princesses, right? Mm-hmm. I love them. I want to be a princess too. But I told my daughter, you know, this when she was little, right? This is TV, right? This ain't how real life works, okay? You know, you don't just grow up and then immediately start looking for your prince. So you got to be doing your own thing and your prince will find you, right? That'll come naturally.
As a bar.
And every time, and then when she turned 13, she was like, can I get Instagram? She didn't have Instagram. Can I have Instagram? And I was like, I don't know. You know, I'm thinking like, I know what's on Instagram, right? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, please, mommy, you know, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. Give me the password. Oh, shit. So she gets on Instagram, and I've always been like, I've always been telling her, like, you know, you need to be doing your own thing. Focus on what it is that you like. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing. And then most importantly, I make sure that everything that I post and I take part in on social media, I'm okay with her looking at, because whatever I'm doing is going to be an example of what I feel is like it's okay. And she more than likely, like, girls tend to do what their mom does. Yeah. You know, they follow in the footsteps of their mom. So I don't want to have any footprint out there that I'm not proud of. So I've told her the same thing, and I follow those guidelines. But I always tell her, look, Instagram, TV, this is entertainment. Yeah, you don't. This is not how real life work. You don't look up to these. You don't look up to these bitches. I'm sorry, you don't look up to them. You gonna, you know, you need to be something with yourself. And I push her to, I'm always like, what do you like to do? Like, okay, you like to dance, you want to take a dance class? So you're in a dance class. Now you're gonna spend some time dancing. You're not gonna be on social media 24/7.
That's right, because it consumes us. So Dejuan, what do you think about that? Like, you know, what do you tell the younger people, like, how to protect their mental?
I tell them to believe in whatever you want to believe in, but show me the plan. I don't think that there's anything that we see that's not achievable by anybody. Yeah. But you need to show me how. How we're gonna do it. And like there's Dr. Eric Thomas said he has this thing he calls it grind over Google, where he became like the number one motivational speaker in the world, and he didn't even know it because he's not on social media. He's busy grinding. So for like my kids, like I tell them the same thing. Okay, look, you can have anything that you want to in this world, but how are we gonna do it? Like, I need to know like what the plan is, and are you setting metrics, like measurable objectives for yourself to reach your final goal? And as long as you're doing that, that's okay. But like I won't allow you to follow shit blindly, because that's a huge setup for disappointment and like heartbreak that you don't need, which adds more stress because you're trying to figure out why you can't get shit done. So like what are the steps you're taking that's going to lead up to what you're doing?
Yeah. What would you say, that's good stuff. What would you say is the number one emotion that is impacted by stress or anxiety? Like, you know, a bitch is having a bad day, you know, because of what? Like, you know, they going through some mental health shit because of what? What's the emotion that resonates when you see someone having kind of a mental illness breakdown?
It would have to be between anger and fear.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere in between. I think that anytime, and this is my opinion, anytime somebody says, you know, they're having a bad day about something, it can either be boiled down to anger or fear. And that could be fear of the unknown, fear of looking bad, fear of not succeeding, fear of, you know, judgment, fear of whatever, or anger. Like, no, you pissed me off, so now you got to get this work. And sometimes, and that can lead into God help me because I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That becomes fear of like of self. You know what I mean, or anything. So I feel like the number one, I'll put them 1 and 1 alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 and 1A, like it's fear and anger.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Kendra? What
I
is
don't know if you said the emotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can pinpoint one emotion, but I think someone's eyes and body language, that's something that I pay attention to. So like I think I'm a good people reader. So like because I know like I won't even say as women, but sometimes we're able to like put on this face all the time. We have to show up, right? And I'm that person. I have to put on this face every day. But if you know me, if you know somebody, you'll know that, you know, the way that I'm carrying myself is not necessarily in a happy state. In my eyes, even though that I'm smiling, you can see that there's there's something behind it.
Pain.
Some pain behind it.
It's a
So
lot of people, y'all. If y'all look at their pictures, even on social media,
yes,
there's pain behind the smile. And it's disheartening because I try to talk, you know, to people like, yo, I understand. You don't have to always smile. Like, what did I say? On the promo flyer, like, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Like, it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to talk about it, you know, and say, nah, I'm not okay. Some days I'm not okay. Those last 2 weeks, I've not been okay. But I know I can't stay there. I have to do what I need to do in order to move beyond it, right? So look, I think we have something from the Damn Shamers.
Get a couple shout outs too.
A couple of shout outs for the Damn Shamers. Y'all, if y'all like these, what you're hearing, drop some fire emojis, get in them comments.
So yeah, we just want to say hey to Sharon the Boss.
Hey, Sharon.
The Uncomfortable Conversation. She Blows It. I think these are all different podcasts that are here with us tonight. And being Kimberly, Arlinda, and Phoenix Girl, you know, so I mean, just a lot of different comments going back and forth in the, you know, the chats. But just people would just find themselves and doing self-reflections and improving, you know, upon themselves. And so that's always good when you notice that and can make improvements.
Absolutely. Look, so when's the last time each one of you have cried? Let's start with the woman.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, for your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, Dejuan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like it didn't necessarily like go the way I thought it was going to. You know what I'm saying? It ended on some bullshit, to be quite frankly. And it was kind of just like, yo, fuck, like today is today. It is what it is, and it sucked. Like, and yeah, so yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. Crying is cleansing for the soul. I mean, you know, whether it's happy tears or sad tears, like get it all out, yell, scream, kick, and recover. Kendra, when was the last time you cried?
Last night when you was texting me.
Oh, wow. I won't ask you why, but that's major, you know, and I hope that look how God ordained stuff, right? You know, like the platform is a damn shame, right? But as you all know, I tell y'all every week, we pray before we come in here. And I cry a lot. Like, yo, I had a complete meltdown, like if it was 3 days ago. Like, I could not get it together. It was just like, it felt like everything was falling on my head and I could not recover. And so, you know, the key is to cry, get it out. Don't be apologetic about, you know, getting your feelings and emotions out and all of that for whatever reason. But then don't stay there. Look for ways to kind of, you know, recover from it because it's major. We gotta cleanse our soul. Sometimes, you know, I'll be like ugly cry, like ugly cry. And sometimes it just be necessary, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. 100%.
Yeah, the damn shamers are saying something.
Yeah, Sharon the Boss has stated a little while ago that, you know, sometimes she'll take a day and drive somewhere playing Luther and some song and listen to him. And some of the songs make her cry, but it's her therapy. You know, it works for her. You know, and She Blows It said, the saddest people are always the ones smiling, telling jokes, and trying to find ways to bring joy into the life of others.
What's her name?
She Blows It.
She Blows It. Yo,
although they are struggling internally.
Yo, you are so on point. And so when I asked the question, I meant to say that, like, sometimes you see people who always joking, always everything is a joke. Every conversation is just a joke, and they're hiding behind the pain that they have. Like, yo, everything can be a joke. You know what I mean? And there's some funny people out here, but what you'll see is that a lot of comedians, like professional comedians, suffer from
depression.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to mask the pain that they're really feeling. I mean, you know, let's be clear. Sometimes I overindulge in eating or sexing or, you know, drinking or whatever to try to mask the pain. Like, this was a rough day. Let me just pour me a drink. Fuck it. I done went through the whole bottle of wine and then spiked it with some liquor. You know, like, yo, you can't do that. You got to find those alternative things that Dejuan has said, that Kendra has said, that helps us. So that was definitely on point with that. Damn shameless. Thank y'all for being in them comments. Thumbs up if you liking what you hear. Drop some fire emojis. We need that interaction, yo. It is so key. We got something else from Nightlife.
The uncomfortable conversation. First, they said, my job won't fire me so I can collect unemployment and sell my mixtape. Okay. I'm feeling triggered. It feels like right now y'all talking about me.
Yeah. Like, fire me, please.
That sounds like him.
Fire me, please. I love it. I love it. So listen, how do you all manage a loss? You know, during this pandemic, people have lost loved ones, marriages, relationships have ended, you know, lost in income, jobs. How do you all cope with that, managing a loss?
If it's not a person, I'm really good about like not giving a fuck, because if it's not a person, it's replaceable. So if it's not a person, then I'm like, okay, cool. I can get another job. I can get another car. I can, I'll find another friend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not in that sense, like if a person is not died, then it's replaceable. So I have I think I'd have a good fuck it attitude about those type of things, because I really do try to manage the things that I allow to stress me out, and something that's replaceable, that's not gonna be
it. Yeah. How about you, Dawn?
How
do you cope with loss?
I allow myself to feel it. I don't necessarily seclude myself, but I'm kind of like more withdrawn from, like, I mean, like, you see, like, I'm on social media like every day, like I'm fucking throwing content. This person's got a show. This person's got a show. Hey, wake the fuck up your pressure. Like, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to like something that I'm feeling, especially something like a loss, sometimes I have to sit back and allow myself to feel it. But then I think about that person. I'm assuming you're talking about a person. I think about that person, and then, like, what was the dynamic of our relationship? And a lot of it, a lot of my friendships, relationships, is based off of, like, I bring a certain energy to not only like a room, but like to people's lives. So like, if this person was here, would I be sitting like in the dark, fucking, playing How Do I Say Goodbye, in the Cooley High soundtrack? Nah, that's not what that person will want me to do. So then I think about the best way to honor that person's memory and that person's legacy, and is to live, not just exist. And then I go out and become an active participant in my own survival.
Yo, live and not just exist. That is so like, there's so many people that are just existing, and that's a damn shame. Like, we have to live. That's how God designed it, that we live an abundant life.
And abundantly, yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And so that's so key, like so super key. So I can't. Do you have anything else, Nightlife?
Yeah, just people, the uncomfortable conversation said that it took them almost 5 years to actually accept the loss of their brother. And then she blows it. My mother has been gone for 15 years and I'm still not over it, but I allow myself to feel it and accept the things I can't control. Keisha, KDM says, lost my dad, aunt, and godmother during the pandemic. I totally understand. So a lot of people, really.
Yeah.
Can I jump in on that real quick?
Absolutely.
So when it comes to that kind of stuff, when it comes to dealing with loss, I think that, and this is like the life coach, like in me, right? Like, I don't think that the goal should be to get over it. Because the moment that you're over it, then that person stops living. So the goal shouldn't be to get over it. The goal should be to heal. So allow yourself to feel these things and don't focus on getting over it because you never will. Because there's an irreplaceable part in your life. You'll never get over. You're chasing Bigfoot, Satchmo, UFO. You know what I mean? Like you can never, you should never get over it. The best way to do so my advice to people who are dealing with loss and things of that nature is to find the best way to honor that person's legacy and that person's memory and how they impacted you. After you've gone through your stages of grieving, because it ultimately will happen to everyone. After you've done that, find a way. It could be, taking roses to their grave or something like, or it could be, hey, we used to hang out at the certain trampoline park. So every day on this date, I'm going to go jump there and I'm going to jump until I'm done fucking crying. Right. So find a way to like honor that person and let them live on and then focus on like the good stuff. But in terms of you attempting to get over it, that's the same as you not forgiving yourself ever, because it's the same emotion, the same hurt. Because every time that you think that you're gonna get over it and you're not over it, is ripping the scab right off of that wound that's there. Allow that wound to process and naturally and organically heal. And please, for the love of God, let that person live and not get over it, but heal yourself and then find a way to honor that person.
Yeah, you know what I do when a song comes on that me and that person shared, or me and my father shared, or me and whomever shared, our uncle, or whoever I lost. It is, I begin to talk to him and say, I know you with me. I know, this song isn't playing while I'm riding in the car by myself just by chance. It is you.
Yep.
Way of saying that you're with me and thank you for being with me. Thank you for covering me during this time. So you're right. Celebrate those moments. Live through those moments. Don't try to suppress them because
Right.
it's real. It's real. So do we have something from Dame Seamus Nightlife?
Yeah, Joseph Kane stated that everybody dies, but not everybody lives.
Facts.
Okay.
Wow.
Facts. That's so true. Child, we have gone deep tonight, and I knew this was going to be something touching. And I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be no limit. So, like, I ain't going to cry,
Hey, soldiers cry. Soldiers cry.
Yeah, soldiers cry. Like, yo, it's cleansing, and that's okay. But I'm glad I wanted to do this show. And it just it happened the way that I so enjoyed it, and I hope that you all have as well. So look, before we leave, I want to play a quick game with y'all, kind of light and low. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So this game is called Damn It, What is the Next Line? So I am going to read some lyrics, and you are to sing the next line, okay? Damn it, it's a damn shame. What is the next line? I'm gonna go easy with y'all. Here's the first one. The bitch is old, so I need my glasses, okay? I love you, you love me.
We're a happy family.
Thank you. All right. Billie Jean is not my lover.
She's just
a girl that thinks
that I am the one.
Yes. My body is a drug and he need it.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know that one. Give me what is the next line? I don't know.
Body a drug and he need it.
Oh, that's Megan Thee Stallion. But I don't know the other line.
He begging me for the treatment.
Oh, okay.
My body a drug and he need it. He begging me for the treatment. Come on.
Yeah. I don't rock with Meg like that. I mean, she's talented, but I don't she like you got to say something to me when it comes to music. I need to have it upstairs.
Oh shit! I thought I was the oldest one on the damn podcast.
Listen, Megan, I'm just bad with lyrics.
Okay, here's the next one. And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man
I ever known. There's no way I could ever go. No.
Go ahead, call me Kendra.
I'm gonna save y'all
ears. Okay, how about this one? I needed some shit with some bop in it.
That's Lil Baby.
That's the baby. Yeah, that's the baby.
They the same movie.
No, they're definitely two different people.
Definitely.
Okay. I don't know who that lyric is.
I needed some shit with some bop in it. I feel like he said something. Brand new Lambo. I feel like he said something about like a Lambo hopping in it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like that. Yes. I flew past the whip with a blunt in my mouth. And but that is the Lambo. He said that as well. All right, here's another one. This is a throwback. Outstanding, girl, you knock me out. Excited.
You make me want to shout.
Oh.
Get it, Kendra.
All right, we see you.
That old shit.
That's that old shit. How about this? To the left, everything you own is in the box to the left.
I refuse to sing these lyrics. I know them, but I refuse to sing. That song has a lot of women singing.
In my closet, yeah, that's my stuff. Yeah, if you bought it, boy, please don't touch you. I don't know the rest of it.
Period. Okay, I'll accept that. Here we go. She's a runner. She's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
That's the part that I know.
That is the part that I know. That's my shit though.
Every time, listen, we go to the park sometime and walk, and every time I see somebody running by, I go, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away.
Come on, she gonna run away.
Can't help it.
It's hard. She can take the pain. She can't take the pain.
Okay.
Yo, that's my shit though. Wait, teach me the lyrics. So like when next time I hear it, like I'm
can't take the pain. She can't get scarred. She's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain when she gets scarred. Okay.
Gotcha. Yo, I'm on it. I'm singing the bars tomorrow.
All right, bars tomorrow. Here we go. Get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window.
To the wall. To the sweat drop down.
Drop off my balls.
To all these bitches crawl.
To all ski motherfuckers. All ski goddamn.
Goddamn. That's a damn shame. Love it.
Like high school.
Yeah. Here we go. The price I want for a show, gonna need 3 promoters. I got the body from Jim Ellis.
No clue.
I want for the show, gonna need 3 promoters. I got the body from Jim Ellis.
Nah, I don't know that one.
But I had to switch the motor is the answer. And it is ski. Mooski, whatever his name is.
I don't know that.
That's the same dude who sings track stuff.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So that was one of them new ones. You know, I felt like y'all was younger than me. Y'all know this shit, but y'all know my shit. Okay.
Hey man, listen, we out here grinding. We put on.
That lyrics used to make sense. Our lyrics don't even make sense no more. So how we gonna remember it? It barely add up.
not only that, but we put the old school shit on in the background for a groove when we're creating content. Like this news, I ain't got time. Like I think that I'm gonna check out this.
Yeah. All right, two more. Every word that I say is coming straight from my heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'll say it again. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms,
no.
I'ma leave the door open.
I don't even.
I can't stand it. That's Bruno Mars.
Yes.
You know when he be like, "What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
Where you at?" Yeah. That song.
You got plans. Don't say that.
Oh. Hey, first off, where the fuck is Bruno Mars when the world needs him right now?
He create new content. This is a new relatively.
Yeah, that's a new song.
Okay, last one of the night. I bet y'all better get this shit. You a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that ass up?
Call me Big Daddy.
When you back that ass up, girl, you look good.
Y'all nasty. That's the y'all nasty.
Hey man, we had the grown man business over here.
I hear it. Grown Man Logic podcast. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Thank you, damn Seamus. Hit those fire emojis if you like what you heard tonight. So look, every week we spotlight Black-owned businesses. So Dejuan, tell us about your business.
Oof, I got a lot going on. Spoken word album coming out in the fall. The LLC is actually in the works right now. The Pinnacle Media Group and all this falling under. Right now, though, the book Dear Dominic is available on Amazon.com. Dear Dominic available on Amazon.com. Available right now. And this past Tuesday, I launched DejuanO'Neal.com. So if you're feeling like if you follow me at Dejuan O'Neal 1 on Instagram, and you see these grown man logic smoke that I give everybody in the morning, I have t-shirts that are a little more subtle with some imagery and stuff behind it at DejuanO'Neal.com.
All right. And y'all be sure to look. I don't know if I missed this earlier, but Dejuan is a professional wrestler. That was his fun fact. Like, look at them guns.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Dejuan, I got a little gun.
Shit.
I see you.
Listen, a business is about to create.
Okay.
I see you.
We out here too.
Gang.
Kendra,
we loaded.
Loaded, yes. Kendra, give us your Black-owned business. Do you know what you got going on? How can people reach you?
Well, you can reach me through coffeewithkendra@gmail.com. You can also reach me for one-on-one health coaching at eatbetterwithkendrarella@gmail.com. And as far as podcasting goes, you can always just DM me at Coffee with Kendra, and you can catch me with the Grown Man Logic crew on Mondays and Thursday. That's all I got.
Hey,
so
I'm looking to get in. I'm looking to get in on that Grown Man Logic and coffee. Well, I've been on Coffee with Kendra, but I'm waiting for the invite because I got a lot of shit to talk about. But as always, Damn Shame Podcast has the On the Rocks ebook that you can purchase on Amazon.com and download it through the Kindle app. So we have an On the Rocks drink recipe book. Y'all, we also have the paperback version of it as well that we will be selling during our 1 year anniversary, which is coming up next month. So it's more that will be coming up about that. Y'all, I'm super excited. So look, every week we like to give the Damn Shame Award of the week. And for me, it goes to that man who feels like mental health therapists are not important. Like, yo, get over your fucking self, as the one said. Like, it's essential. Like, all of us need to go and just kind of hear a different perspective of somebody who isn't attached to us. If you can talk to your homeboys and your homegirls in the bar, in the club, or on the phone, or whatever, like, certainly you can go to a professional that will give you the tools to handle what the fuck you need to handle. Otherwise, it would be a damn shame. So look, do y'all have a damn shame award of the week?
I don't know. I would say
Bill
Gates' wife. Huh?
Yeah.
I would say Bill Gates' wife, but yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave her alone.
No, she got a bag.
But she had a bag already. That's the thing.
Now she has an independent bag now.
Independent bag, Bill Gates' wife. The one who gets the damn shame award of the week.
I want to give the damn shame award of the week to people that complain and don't offer any solutions. Period. In any situation.
Oh, I want to co-sign that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't complain. Yo, find some solutions. If you're gonna complain, find some solutions. We all have the power to generate some solutions to whatever we're facing, because life's gonna happen, but we don't stay stuck. We keep it moving, okay? Otherwise, it's a damn shame. I tell everybody, if you can't be good, be great. Otherwise, it's a damn shame. It's no excuses. So damn shameless, thank y'all so much for being in the comments, being here. I'm back in the building, baby. I'm not stopping, can't stop, won't stop. So y'all, we're going to keep bringing amazing content each and every week. Thank you, damn shameless. I love y'all for watching. Drop some fire emojis if you really enjoyed tonight's show. Thank y'all, special guests. Coffee with Kendra, Grown Man Logic, Dejuan. Thank you for
Thanks for having me.
I love you.
Thanks for having us.
Ow.